Today I'm going to be testing out the Dephen 12-4 LED solar powered wall light. So let's step into the workshop here and take a look. Both the LED panel and the solar panel have a protective film over them when purchased, so that is fairly easy to remove. Let's take a look at the features of this light. This model is called the 12-4 model, and that's because the front LED panel has 12 LEDs and the back side has 4 on this little strip underneath. So moving up, this little bulb here is the motion detector. On the top side is the solar panel, and it has a single screw place up here. We'll get to that later. The mode switch down here has 4 positions. The first one is off, which means there's no light on at night, but it will charge during the daytime. The second position is called constant light mode, which means when it's dark enough for the light to come on, it will stay on until either the sun comes back out or until the battery is dead. The third position is called dim mode, and this will charge during the daytime and the light is off, and then at nighttime it will come on to 25% brightness until someone walks in front of the sensor, and then it's on for 15 seconds at 100% brightness. Then the last position is the off during the daytime and charging, and off at night until the sensor picks up movement. Then it's on at 100% brightness for 15 seconds. So we're going to test out those different modes here in just a moment and see how well they work. Installation is simple because there's only one place for a screw, which makes it easy to line this up. And a bag of stainless steel screws was provided, so I'm going to get one of those out here. To demonstrate the installation, I'm going to pre-drill into this piece of 2x4. And I'm going to hold the light up and just insert my screw here into the place I just pre-drilled. Making sure not to over-tighten. The solar panel acts as the sensor to whether or not it's light or dark, and so I'm going to cover that up with a piece of cardboard for some testing here. Let's test out mode number 1, which is constant on at 50%. So, as you can see, it is on at 50% brightness. Let's move on to setting number 2. Okay. Now it's at 25% brightness until it catches movement. So let's step back and let it have 15 seconds without any movement, and then I'll move. Okay, let's make a movement and we'll test out how long this stays on. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, so right at 15 seconds as advertised. Now let's move on to the last mode here. This one is off all the time until motion is detected, and then it turns on. So let me wait for it to turn off real quick. Alright, I'm going to move here and start the timer and see how long this stays on. "16 seconds. So far I've focused on the front LED panel. Let's look at the back now. As you can tell, it has 4 LEDs, and they will come on at the same time that the front does. So let me make some movement there, and as you can see, they're on. Not too bright, but definitely gives this a unique aesthetic appeal. I have the lights off here in the workshop so you can see how bright the light is whenever it's mounted onto the wall here. I definitely like that the 12 LEDs are very bright facing down, and then the 4 LEDs give a little bit of light along the sides of the light as well. Very cool design. A few closing thoughts on the Dephen 12-4 solar light here. I like the single placement for a screw to get this mounted to a wall. I've seen models where there's 2 screws and it's a bit of a hassle to get them lined up and the light to be level, so having one is very convenient. Solar panel seems large enough for this model. The sensor bulb on the front is towards the top of the light, which I rather enjoy because it allows you to get a better sensor range of motion there. I've had lights in the past that were kind of tucked away, and it would not be quite as sensitive as the ones that are towards the front. Nice to have the 12 LEDs pointing down and out, gives you lots of room. The 4 in the back definitely gives a side-to-side view, which is nice. And I really appreciate that the mode switch has indicated what each position does here on the back side. Now, a couple things to consider that may be cons of this light. And the first one is this space here. Even though it's really cool looking, it may be a potential place for a bug or maybe a bird's nest. Maybe not though. It's very slick, may not be anything to attach to, but just a thought that I had. The second thing that may be considered a con is that to access the mode switch, you have to have the light away from a wall. And so if you have this installed and you think maybe you should have it on a different setting, you'd have to unscrew it to get to that. But I think most of us, we find the setting we like and leave it. So that's not much of an issue there. Like this light, if you want to check this out, I have a link down below to the Amazon page, and you can pick one up for yourself. Thanks for watching. I'm Seth Johnson with Land to House, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.